watching each other carefully.
Who will make the first move?
Player one in dire straits with burnout.
You've got to be mindful of reaching jump throws them.
Are we gonna see a comeback here? Can they use their drive?
What a
parry! Knocked them out of it. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has to grind out the win? A jump in? How did they read that throw?
Attempts to break the stalemate forward with the drive rush.
Links it! Player one can't use any drop throws them. What'll happen? Denied! Keeps cool and knocks them out.
They're in range.
We're gonna see a jump forward rush. Jump! Rolls it out. Player one gets the win in a. The first round begins. No time to say that's all the throw connects. Super clutch corner switch. Rushes that off and keeps going.
Goes in on the impact for nothing. They timed that just right to get the perfect parry. Takes them all the way to perfect parry to stop. Time to go on the offensive. Drive reversals blocked. Grabs them. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Takes a trip.
Hits them in their gut.
KO. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Answers with a rising tackle. Connects with medium kick. Tries them with a Shoryuken.
They're laying into each springs forward with the drive rush.
Knockout and experiencing burnout. Player one in dire straits with burnout.
Uses the gauge for a super art.
Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
Life lead is there, but still anyone's game.
Player one needs the flatlines them. Player one brings it home.
Time to get down to business.
The first round starts now.
Sticks the jump in. All that effort for so little payoff. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Taking stock. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive. And that's a KO. Timed that perfectly.
Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
They both showed their hands a little bit. Goes for the super.
It's a good spot to use the super.
How's this round going to develop?
They were looking for that overhead. Player one is in a pretty good situation. Just goes for it at this range. Off the wall. Is this a game changer?
Springs forward with the drive rush.
Perfect execution with the anti-air.
We have super arts on deck.
KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Grand knuckle roast. Tries to act with the attack. Put the exclamation point on that with it getting it all on the drive rush. Are we gonna see a comeback? This is so tense. Over in a flash. That was catch as catch can. You're gonna get in a fight. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in.
Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Goes for the throw. All right. Player two is just about out of drive after that. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Life lead opens up. Solid combo. So they break. Going on the offensive. Time's the only thing moving here. One shot. Both fighters need to close this out.
Neither fighter can use their drive move. How will they close out the round? Player one has depleted their drive, but they are still within range to win this to come from the break like that. What a comeback! Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jumps in. Max S.A. gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. They were right to be on guard there. They choose to spend the meter to up the damage by a bit. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Jumps up. Smart play with the throw. Looking for a chance. Both fighters are low on burnout. Burnout activates. Player one just goes for it at this range. They exchange blows. Knockdown and life lead is there. But still, what a smart flow. Player one can't use any drive moves. What a finish. Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion. The calls out their shot and responds with authority. The grab misses. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move. You're gonna eat tons of damage. Definitely shuts out the jump in. Down to the wire. Gets a good read on their opponent. Player two is just about out of drive after that. What a clutch side switch. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Oh! Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Big counter. Heats it up with a combo. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Projectile to try and change the situation. Throws them to negate the block. Will this super arc connect? Off the wall! Is this a game changer? Good drive rush to keep it going. Still slugging it out. Springs forward with the drive rush. What'll happen here? Big throw. Connects with the throw. A real test of drive rush. Burns out. Player one finishes it. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Medium kick hits. Fantastic reactions there. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Shoots off a fireball up close. All right. What's coming up next? Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Taking stock. Player one chases them down. Will this super arc connect? Big counter. Takes a trip. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? With the life gap opening up, they need to in there. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Hits them with a stop and bop. Everything up until now. Everything from here on out is so vital. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. Player two is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. The impact doesn't do going on the offensive. Jumps in. Raises with power weight. Player one can't.
fighters are ready to get down to it. So let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Player one will be in a world of hurt if the drive gauge runs out. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Projectile to try and change the situation. Taking stock. Recovers from burnout. Good job blocking the jump. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing.
The dome.
Checks him with the projectile.
Looking for a chance.
Drive gauge finally recovers.
Springs forward with the drive rush.
Drive rush to keep it going.
KO! Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Breaks the block with a throw. Player one chases them down.
Hits them with a stop and bop. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting.
Their timing was on point there.
That perfect parry may lead to something.
Knockdown springs forward with the drive rush.
Player one holding on to that corner
ends the meter. Hoping for a good return.
Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
Counting on the super to do the job.
Power away! Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna burnout activate? Excellent block.
Player one
can't kick the drive.
Oh,
here we go. Player two is in a very good spot now.
The next touch
may decide this round. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Even a flinch here is going to mean the end. Let's lose the power weight. Wildline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Open with a fireball. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Connects with medium. Gotta do better than that.
Still scrapping drive rush to keep it going.
Gets the counter hit. Jump anti-air in the clutch. Betting it all on the drive rush. Throws them. Oh, here we go. Player one is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some. Putting the cherry on top.
Uh-oh. This could really
tip the scales. Player one flipping the drive rush.
Give me that drama. Give me that drama. Give me that grind. Give me that grind. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Solid combo. The throw connects for counter hit damage. Taking stock. Good job blocking the jump. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player. Burnout is triggered. With that drive impact get punished? This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. It's turned into a driveless fight. How will they play it? Risky, up close scrap still going.
Finishes with the throw.
Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Three ball. Player one was kept on their toes all round. Didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Springs forward with the drive rush. Uses the target combo as a fill. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They are not playing around here. Oh, let's go. Hits him with a stopping bop. Quick dashing. They're in the corner now. No running away. Player one links it. Nails the three ball. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is a big flatline zone. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Open, but connects with the throw. Who's going to sees the overhead coming and eats it. Three balls. Forward rush. A jump. Throws him. Oh, here we go. Player one is on the brink of disaster. Super art to show what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Player one is looking at a great situation with burnout. Back into the corner. No. Stand off the wall. Player one side switch. Both sides get drive rush. Their drive gauges aren't full. This means burns out. There's a burnout. Player one is in a very good spot now. It's enough. Player one really had to. The jump in is denied. The throw is denied. Big time whip. Tortobala springs forward with the drive rush. Hits him with a stopping bop. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Combo with the target combo. What's the play here? Gets the counter hit throw. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Can't tech the throw. Taking stock. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Three ball. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player one hits up the always important first round. Wants to keep the ball rolling. Shows the medium kick. Just out of range for that throw. Smart throw. That'll do more damage than usual. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player two can't use any drive moves without burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player two springs forward with the drive rush. Big throws. Player two needs to use the drive rush to keep it going. Big pounding them with the love shoot. Can they stand the heat? Wow, that's some big time damage there. The triple skewers them. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. One player is in burnout. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. A clean KO. Nice meter alert. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has to grind out the win? This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Connects with the throw. Player
take advantage of this gauge dispenser. That throw's gonna take off the Showdown damage. Player two falls flat into the guard break. Player two is in a very good spot now. Break through with the throw. Player two is a force to be reckoned with. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Jumps in. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Player one with the life lead. Backs them into the corner. Takes a trip. Got their eye on the air. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Flashes him. Can't tech the throw. Both fighters are bit. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player one hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now. Everything from here on out is so vital. Who gain control of the match in the early going. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Three ball ices him. Player one has a slight life lead. Departure. Sneaks in above. Rushes that off and keeps going. There's the drive that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Took him to experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Looking to impress with this super. No question whether this super art is going to kill or not. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Well, listen. When you're locked in. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Player one has the life lead. Goes for an overhead. Strings it. Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. The attack is parried. Player two just about done this round, but they still have a chance with a full drive games to tap into. Got their eye on the air. Goes for the drive. Gets him. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Fires off in overdrive. Throws them to negate the block. Gets the jump in. Three ball. Player two got completely shut out that round. Can they make a comeback? Grabs them with the embrace. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player one pounding them with the love shoot. Can they stand the heat? Oh, burnout triggered. Checks with a medium. In there. That was the clinic on how a neutral game wins matches. Will we see our fighters fill each other out, or just let it fly in this opening round? They hit each other. No good up high. Player one with the life lead. Hold your breath. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Solid to jump in to shut it down. All right. What's coming up next? Fantastic reactions there. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Medium kick hits. Uses the gauge for a super. Shippuden doing the business. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Both fighters amnesia. Nice counter. Throwing some shade. Player one, there's a wall. They can't do anything now. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Sneaks in the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Immediate jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Meets the jump in with the perfect parry. Side switch in the corner. Both fighters springs forward with the drive rush. Betting it all on the drive rush. Nails the over. Now that's how you take a round.
Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. We're overhead attack.
They can't squander this punish counter chance. Topsy's out of the quick dash.
Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player two is maintaining the corner position, brings out the super art. How is this going to work out for them? Parries the attack. Parries the jump in to shut it down.
Player one
Can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head free right now. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in. Everything up until now. And everything from here on out is so vital. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The next round is beginning. What's going to happen now? They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Everything up until now. And everything from here on out is so vital. Y'all better have your Sundays because it's time for business. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Knockdown. Lots of perfect parry to stop. Smart choice going with the throw. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Was looking for that jump attack. Are we going to see some fire? Perfect parry. How will they follow up? Jumps. Drive rush to keep it going. Player one can't use any drive without burning out. Oh, they're in the corner now. Burnout activates. Full SA got him up against the wall. The stuff is there. Player two holding onto that corner advantage. Critical. What's gonna happen? Player one needs to use their drive. Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Takes it. Oh, it looks like the drive. Jumps. Rips the slasher out. Player two manage their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Carrying to the corner. This may be bad news. Sets up with the jump in. Putting the cherry on top. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? It doesn't kill. They're still in this. This is a gigantic light beam. They couldn't tech the throw. Player two is a force to be reckoned with. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. The drive gauge is completely empty. Their ability to block is also weak. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Checks them with a projectile. Both sides backing their game plan. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Heading into the end game now. With a super art connect, this Dragon Last Flame could be big. Uses the parry. Decides to meet them, springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters are barely KO. Player two takes the round like a knife in the night. What else can they get away with? Throws a fireball. Parries the projectile. Surprises them with a drive rush. Who will gain control of the match in the early going?
Gotta be careful not to whip at this range.
Taking stock.
Medium kick hits. Closes the gap.
A quick breather.
Overdrive jackknife. Looks like they want to
drive rush to keep it going.
Barely blocks the jump in.
Oh, burnout triggered. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match.
They're both drive.
This is gonna get messy.
Looking for a chance. Crowns him from above. Blocks it. Reads the jump perfectly.
Player two.
Can't let this anti-air in the clutch.
Forward rush.
Links it. Counter. Oh, that's so sick. Closes it out.
Player two brings it home. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Definitely saw that counter coming. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Throws them to negate the block. The jump in is denied. KO. Player two sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Big counter.
Shows the meeting forward with the drive rush.
Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next?
What'll happen here?
Player two, drive rush to keep it going.
Throws them forward and maintains the corner game.
Both fighters planning something?
Scrap this. What's gonna happen? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Up into the air.
Burnout triggered. Uses the gauge for a super art.
Closing it out with a super arch finish. Nice and clean.
There it is.
They knew it'd be enough. That was a clinic on how a neutral game.
Time to get down to business.
The first round starts now. The low doesn't connect.
Okay. We're in the early stages of the round. The cross-up's good. Big counter. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player two creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation. They can't afford any mistakes.
Goes low. There's the drive going to lead to a juicy
KO.
Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Everything up until now. Everything from here on out is so vital.
Connects with medium kick. Medium kick springs forward with the drive rush. What'll happen here? Goes for the jump in. Still scrapping for control of the space. Smart play with the throw.
Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages
drive rush to keep it going. Catches them out. Any throw. All in with the rush. Super art to show what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player two brings it home. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in.
It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? All right. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. What's the play here? Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace.
Grabs him.
Good job blocking the jump. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up.
KO. two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Everything up until now.
Everything from here on out
is so vital.
Drive rush to keep it going. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Player two will need to play conservative, brushes that off and keeps going.
A quick breather.
Their drive gauges are looking bare.
Both fight.
Burn out. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player two holding onto that corner advantage. Picks a good spot to use the super. Going for the conclusive kill with that super.
What a move.
Taking no prisoners. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway. The fight's now underway. This is with the play-by-play. Player two has them legit shook in the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides.
Got their eye on the air. Player two creates a good corner opportunity.
Very solid corner.
KO. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checking their reactions with a fireball?
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
Very slick with the combo. Grabs and throws them away. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player one will look to apply pressure here.
Big throws.
Player one drive rush to keep it going. Full SA meters on deck. Uses the gauge for a super art. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. The super art doesn't kill. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player two brings it home. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready.
Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides.
Goes for the low kick.
Very nice anti-air. They read their opponent like a book. Smart throw. That'll do more damage than usual. Nails the anti-air.
Goes for the drive rush there.
Had the radar up and running.
Are we gonna see a comeback?
What a finish.
Great meat on the life gauge there. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Throws them. What's next?
Goes for a projectile.
Super art activated. Expect something big here.
Big opportunity now in this corner. Checks with a medium kick. Goes for the rush. Jumps up. Barely blocks the jump in. Oh, burnout triggered. Jumps. Uses the gauge for a super art. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player one brings it home. We're finally
this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Oh! Good anti-air. Both fighters have used a generous amount of drive already. Player one chases them down. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Takes a trip. Throws them to negate the block. Shoots off a fireball up close. Both sides are going to have to fight without drive. Player one is going to have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Each hit is so important here. Ooh, double KO. You don't see that every day. This is the final round. They gotta lay it all on the table right here. The last round. It's now or never. Excellent damage on that. Links in. Player one with the rhythm, owning that space, crowns from above. Super art to show what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the weekend. Time to pump out. Both sides getting ready. Player two can't win this without pulling the trigger. They're recovered. What are they gonna have a bit of OD's flatline zone? Player one was an absolute beast in that match. Adds a bit of OD spice there. Air slasher. Up into the air. Just cool. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. The damage heats it up. Perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now. Everything from here on out is so vital. Grabs them. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Hits up the drive rush to keep it going. Lighting up the skies with Kagero no Mai. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Gets the jackknife maximum flamethrower. Digs in deep to get that drive KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Medium kick. Medium kick hits. They steals and gets that bump. The attack continues. Going in. All in with a rush. Dazzle's turning it right up with a super. Sits him down with a super. That's how you take a round. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion.